Roughneck RC, we are now in project mode. It is November 1st, it is cold out, it is raining, and I'm stuck inside, like usual. When it's cold, I don't go outside, and especially when it's cold and raining. You know. So, here's what we're doing. In front, of course, is my infamous Clodzilla. There was a 5-part series about when I built it, and that was probably about, well, 2 years ago, probably, or a year and a half ago or something. And behind that are 2 other chassis of crawler freaking I want to say Clodzilla, guys, but it's not really a Clodzilla. There are 2 other off-road upgraded chassis that were for Clodbuster. Now, I actually got them really cheap. I think I paid $175 for the 2 other rollers, and then one of them I worked on getting running, and the other one I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with. But in this kind of weather, I just come up with all sorts of strange projects, and this is definitely going to be one of those. First up, let's go to my traditional Clodzilla, which you guys haven't seen a lot of, but you've seen it here and there. Mainly because there were some things about it I didn't like after I built it, and I never got around to changing that. So let's go take a peek at that. So what we have here is my Clodzilla, my first actual official insane build of YouTube. Underneath the body, you can see I'm running 2 packs. And, you know, well, if it doesn't decide to fall, which it is because I only have it sitting on this speaker stand, I prefer Velcro, my way of attaching these. But now at the time, this was pretty cool, I guess. But like I said, I've ran into some problems. Like back here, I just did a lockout, so it didn't have 4-wheel steering, and I was gonna fix that, but then I got the other 2, so I'm just gonna end up putting the 4-wheel steering back in. Of course, it's ran on Titan motors, 550s, 2 of them, and if I can let you see the speed control, but a EVX2 speed control, stock Clodbuster shocks. The articulation in this thing wasn't that great. You know, for what it is. Well, so it wasn't a really cool rock crawler, as for say. And you know, I mean, it's still a cool truck, but definitely some things about it I didn't like. So we're definitely going to be upgrading this truck. Actually, we're pretty much going to be changing out a whole lot in this truck. So let's try to move on. Now this was one of the rollers I got. Like I said, I didn't pay much for them. And I got this one up and running. I took my Wraith body, slammed it on there because I didn't really like the Wraith. I still have all the parts for the Wraith, it's just in a box. But, well, I didn't really do much for securing the body to it, just Velcro. That's also running on the EVX2. A lot more room for the batteries. That's one of the reasons why I started messing around with this one. You know, the ESC is definitely the same one that I ran in the other one, but works out pretty good. So once again, I ran the EVX2 for speed control. And did a couple little things different on this one when I got this one running. So I actually had two Clodzillas running, but stock Cloudbuster motors. Now I did give this one four-wheel steering. Like when I picked these up, this was the one I was experimenting on, playing around with. So this one does have four-wheel steering, and a lot of it's hooked up. You know, I mean, this was running, but here's a few things I didn't like about it. Once again, same as my original one, there was no, it wasn't very flexible and for climbing rocks. It was just a pretty much straight up and down suspension. Second thing I didn't like was these shocks came with it. I didn't want to invest in anything too heavy. I was just putting it together. But they're super long, and I didn't like that. So pretty much, I mean, it was a roller. I had to put our electronics in, and what I did like about it was the room it had for the batteries. But as you can see, like I said, it was definitely you know, a project for me to put together, and I did put it together. You guys did not see any videos of this running. Like I said, I was just using it as to play around with a few loose ideas, because once I got them figured out on here, I was going to put them on this one, but now I kind of decided not to do that. So which brings us to the third one, is this Colossal. Now it's sitting on a stand. This is just a roller right now. Basically nothing's hooked up. No electronics, no motors. Well, let's see if we can give you a better look on this thing. If I get it off the stand. Oops, there goes the stand. Let's see. So this is what we're looking at. Definitely increased in wheelbase. But it's flex. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's how much flex this thing has. That's pretty crazy. Perfect for rock crawling. Yeah. Okay. Pretty crazy. So here's what's going to happen. This is going to become my clodzilla. I'm going to take what I need from this one, and I'm going to take what I need from this one, and I'm going to put it in that one. Then what I'm going to do is, these other two will end up becoming like rollers, and I'm going to sell them. I only need one clodzilla. But before I sell anything, I'm going to make sure that one is 100% up and running to my satisfaction. So, like I said, this is my original. You guys watched the build. There was a few things I didn't like about it. This was the experimental one. I was using it to try out some new things. A few things I did like about it. But still, this is going to be the bad boy. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do for motors. I'm sort of thinking about twin marble monsters if I, can swing it. But, or maybe two twin Titan 775s. If they actually would bolt in. I'm not too sure. I actually have one floating around. I'm going to see if the holes line up and stuff. But I'm going to actually come to you guys, my viewers, and see what you suggest. So, what do you all suggest for motors for this thing? What should I put in it? I'm not a big crawler guy. I want to be able to crawl over stuff, but I also want to be able to get it up and have great, like 20-25 mile an hour speed, maybe 30 with it. So if you guys have suggestions, please leave a message on my page so I can and I'll definitely take it in consideration, because right now I don't have any motors for it, and if I use the ones I have there, the performance is okay, but I want something better. Keep in mind though, if I do brushless, I'm going to have to run 2 ESCs, and there's not a lot of room in this thing. I guess I can mount them out the sides or something through the holes, because I'm assuming the battery would go through the center here, and I mean I could run the battery random flat, but I'd rather have it through here. But that also means twin batteries, so I gotta do some figuring on that. Definitely some figuring on that. But don't know if I'm gonna do all the build on camera. I might, just so you can see what's going on with it in the crossover. It shouldn't take too long, but maybe I will film it so you guys all can watch. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it is winter time. This wasn't my original plan, my winter project, but this isn't going to be the major winter project this year. This is just I have mostly everything except for the motors, and of course we go, and if we decide to go all castration, that's a sizable investment. So we'll see, because I also want to get the new Yeti XL, and I got to get my DBXL back up and running, which means that needs a motor, and I'm thinking 38cc motor in that thing. Plus I need a new work stand for that. So my pockets are only so deep, and there's lots of things going on. But like I said, I'm open to suggestions for motors for this thing, and we'll see see what happens. So once again, you know, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. This is Michael Payne signing off for Roughneck RC.